Big Kenya came round just to put him down. Moose Man turned into a clown, 'cause no girl ever wants to dance with a fool who went and pooped his pants. Yeah, I know, not the usual stick of, a comedic story where I come out as the triumphant person. This is about something a bit more degrading, something a bit less becoming of me, as I am talking about a time that I pooped myself. I know when you think about someone pooping themselves, something like that, you think back to like when they're a little kid, a diaper wielding little child. But no, this happened in the big ages, the big years. And by big years, I mean this year. So basically, I am a person who gets sick every single time I go travel. And I had probably my longest travel time ever as I went to Kenya. Yeah, the motherland. Not my motherland, but a motherland in general. Now, this was about a 16 to 22 hour flight. This is 2 flights because obviously I don't got the money for just one. So we go there and we go to Kenya. We land in Nairobi. Now, I could tell you so many stories about my time in Nairobi. It was insane. There was so much stuff. Even the first day we got there, sleep deprived, I saw something absolutely heinous. If you guys want to hear that story, tell me down below. Maybe I'll tell you guys that at another point. But basically, here's a weird catalyst I'll tell you. I really want to try lobster. Now, if you guys know Kenya, there's so much water all over the place. There's a bunch of places with a bunch of water and whatnot. And you really want to try their seafood. There are a lot of places like beachside towns that have really good seafood. Now, there's a specific place called Mombasa. Now, Mombasa has really good lobster from what I hear. And it also had a very nice resort. So once we leave Nairobi, we go from train for like 6 hours from train. We go for about 6 hours to Mombasa. Now, in Mombasa, I go there. We're in this very nice resort. I'm talking about very nice. It has like pool tables and everything. It kind of doesn't feel like, for lack of better words, it doesn't feel like something that you'd really see in Kenya, which that misconception is kind of everywhere. You see like these places where it's like, oh, I assume that life's going to be so much different here and here. You might have watched Anthony Bourdain or something, but it's really not. If you look at like the small scale places, you'll see a bunch of different culture and everything. If you're going for luxury, resort, this, that, they're going to be the same places. I walk in and he's offering me a goddamn Fanta. Like these are regular things. Everything's regular there. So at this place, we are having a fun time, a great time until we get to about day 3. Now, day 3 of being here, everyone goes out to the town. I don't want to go out to the town. Now, I like seafood and all this stuff, but as you guys may know, I have a very large fear of water. I don't like it. So they were going to go to a beach place and I hate the smell of it. So I was like, no, I'm going to stay in. And so I decide to stay in. And as I stay in, I have a weird grumbly feeling in my stomach. I think it's absolutely nothing. You get that type of stuff all over the place. Absolutely nothing. Nothing to worry about. Then the next day, everyone's going out to town, but they're going out to a normal place. So I go with them. And I'm thinking, today's the day, guys. Lobster, right? But we go to this place, and ironically, the sign literally says, no lobster. None. It's just the one thing, because I guess it's a seasonal thing. So it just wasn't there. I was very devastated at this point. I'm like, damn, I really want it. And then we go back to the hotel. I'm really sad. But my mom sees a sign there. You can order room service and stuffed lobster, but it's from a specific restaurant here. So we go to that restaurant and we book a reservation. That's the plan. So when we arrive at the restaurant, I'm very excited. It's me, my mom, and my brother. And as we're here, I instantly order lobster. But the second I sit down, that grumbly feeling gets a little bit more. And I was like, oh, I'm not feeling right now. Usually places take a while to like bring out your food. So I just get up and I walk to the bathroom and I'm like, I'll be right back. I go there, I sit over it, I'm like air throwing up, you know what I mean? I'm like, but it's just nothing's coming out. So after a little bit of doing that, washing my face, and I swig a little bit of water, then I go, and I get back and I sit down. Now there's this weird thing, my stomach is really geeking, so I lean myself to the left a lot. Like I have to lean myself to the left. It's like give my stomach a little bit of leniency. Like I'm trying to lift it up like I'm a pregnant woman. You guys know those videos I'm talking about where it's like a pregnant woman, like her husband lifts her stomach and they act like he's doing God's duty. It's like, oh, it feels so good. Someone lifting me. I understand that it probably does feel so good, but why do they act like he's one of the God's nice? It's crazy. But yeah, as I'm leaning to the side, I decide that like this is a little bit too much. So before the food comes out, I get up and I go again to the bathroom, right? And I was like, oh, I'm air throwing up. I'm doing it again. I look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, you got this. I go back over. I sit down. I don't got this. The second I sat down, it fully feels like I'm gonna throw up all over the place. Dude literally brings the lobster out. I smell the watery stuff. Hell no. Worst feeling ever. Like at all. So I go and I'm like, you guys got to bring this to the room. right? Afterwards, bring the lobster to the room or whatever. I can't do this right now. I have to go lay down. They're like, okay. I trek all the way back because it feels like I'm climbing a goddamn mountain here with how much my stomach's hurting. I go back to my room and I lay down on the bed, and I'm telling you right now, I couldn't feel myself. I felt like I wasn't human. And I hold in my stomach and I'm like, oh, I'm like rubbing it. I'm rubbing my stomach over and over again. Nothing's happening. So then as I'm sitting there and I'm laying, I decide I have to lay on the bed. I'm not gonna lie, I basically fully stripped down to my underwear. And there's a giant fan on the roof, like a chandelier type of fan. I turn that fan on to the max. I lay down on the floor and I'm just rubbing my stomach and I'm just sitting there until I eventually fall asleep. I wake up a few hours later because my brother comes to the room and he sees me laying on the floor. He's like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, just leave me alone. Spent that whole night in half sickness, whatever. And the next day, ironically, we're leaving Mombasa and we're going back to Nairobi. So we go back to Nairobi. We're going to this nice hotel. We go in. I sit in my room and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, everyone wants to go to this mall that's right next to us. I don't want to go to the mall. My stomach really hurts right now. I would rather like not go to a mall, but everyone wants to go to the mall. So I'm like, okay, you guys go to the mall and you just leave me here. Now, something about my family is they're very inclined to not do that. So I have to essentially over-exaggerate my stomach problems so that they'll really leave me alone. So then they leave me alone. I lay there, and just so you get my outfit here of what I'm wearing is a brown shirt of like a rep essentials brown shirt and just my plain boxers on, right? And I get in my bed and I'm just laying there. I was just on my phone. I think I might have 18 hours of screen time on this day because that's all I did. I was sick just laying in bed and that's all I'm doing. Now I lay on my back, and as I'm laying on my back, I just slowly go to sleep, right? I wake up and I'm sitting there, I'm feeling groggy, drool on my face, a little bit of like crust on my eyes. But there's one thing I feel that I just can't get away from. And that's a puddle. A puddle of what, I wonder? In my underwear? A puddle. Now, I could tell you guys any other words, but this is liquid diarrhea. I'm telling you, I'm in a puddle of poo. I literally thought I was trolling. I thought it wasn't real, right? But it was, for some reason, perfectly contained within the realm of my boxers. So, guys, it's going to get real disgusting here, okay? So, I recommend, maybe 2 times speeding it if you don't want to hear me talk about this straight. So, I basically have to pull my stuff towards my legs. Like I have to grab it in the front and tighten it so that no liquid will get out as I turn it into parachute pants filled with liquid diarrhea as I go into the bathroom. And I hopped in the shower with my clothes on, and I then just fully wash myself out. I sit there for maybe 40 minutes in the shower, just getting myself clean. I look at the bed, there's nothing there. I still take off like the sheet thing because I'm not gonna lie, I was not going to be sleeping in that again. And I was luckily clean after that, but there was so much. I'm telling you, I had to basically hide this pair of pants, and I put it in like a trash bag and then hid it in the corner of my suitcase, guys, because there was no washing or anything inside this hotel at all. I would have washed it. I'm not a dirty person, I swear, but I just couldn't at the time. So I put it in like a trash bag, tie it up, put it in my suitcase, and then I clean it when we get home. It's all, by the way, like I already cleaned off all the stuff on it. It's just like a wet pair of underwear, right? I come back and I'm trying to I'm looking at them. They're like just chilling in my room, and I'm looking at them like, oh, they might know. They might know I had doo-doo all over myself earlier. But no one knew at all. Like till today, I'm literally telling you guys. You guys are the first people I'm actually telling the story to. So this is how I pooed myself, guys. This is how it happened. This is how it happened. Yeah. So yeah, I know I get sick every time I go anywhere, guys. It always happens at some point. It's just something that will always happen to me, and especially combining it with my hatred and sickness that I instantly get from being around water. It's gonna happen like that, So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you do in said situation. Would you have told people? Because I feel like I should have told people when I was there, but I don't know. Alright. Well, yeah, sorry for the weird upload schedule right now. Kind of on some Freak League stuff. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys so much. And bye-bye. Bye-bye.